Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Coach Jess, and as promised, I'm going to show you how to look at a stock, and we're going to do a top-down analysis. So moving forward, you can use these steps to help guide you in future investments. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just to help you understand how to read the charts moving forward. So today we are going to look at Google, and Google gave us a really strong indication at the beginning of the week that it was going to shoot up. So hopefully some of you caught the move, and if you didn't, I'm going to show you how to find that move before it happens. So let's get to it.
All right, so we are going to look at Google, like I said, and I'm going to show you a quick way how you could have taken advantage of this big push up. So what I'm going to do here is eliminate this week's candle just so that we don't have this to see, and we're going to just base our information off of what we would have had if we were analyzing the charts last Sunday. So if you've taken my beginner course, you already know how to identify your key levels, and I'm not going to go over that today because I just want to make this a quick video to help you for next week. So as we can see here, we have a lot of rejection in this area, and the previous week closed as a doji, which usually is an indication that there is an indecision and that there may be a reversal or some type of a pullback. You can see anytime you see one of these candles, we get a lot of momentum, whether it's at resistance or support. They are very nice, but you always want to make sure you can identify them at a level, okay? Because it's stronger there. So let's just see. We're going to put a line here, and we can clearly see once we do that, well, this was a very respected level back in February through May of 2021, and it finally broke it and retested and continued up. Well, it's rejecting it again. And you can see these big wicks are giving you an indication that there is going to be some seller pressure wearing off, and the buyers are starting to get into control or trying to be into control of the markets. So just based off of this candle, I would have already started having the mindset that I'm looking for buys all of this coming week. Now, if this candle would have closed below this level, I would have identified previous structure right around here, and I would have looked to take this down to the next level of structure. But I'm really confident in the push up based off of this previous price action and how it's reacting to it. So the next thing you're going to do is just go to the daily. You will have to readjust this just a little bit just to make sure, okay? And as we can see right here, the market is respecting this area. If you're a little bit more advanced, you may have been able to identify divergence in your RSI or your stochastic, excuse me. But for me, I'm a price action girl, so I can pretty much just see that based off of this momentum right here, what the candles are telling me, I'm going to anticipate a push up. Okay. Ideally, the last time this happened, it pushed up all the way up to here. So I want to notate that just in case if it does it again, I want to be able to take advantage of that momentum. Okay, so I know it's cutting off some of the candles. Some people ask, do you include the wicks? Do you not include the wicks? I kind of like to do both, to be honest. I like to include the wicks. Excuse me, I can't talk. I like to include the wicks and the body of the candle because I know that this is an area where it can quickly reverse. Because you can see another doji, like we saw on the weekly, but it's at a resistance and it started giving us an indication of a shift in momentum. So it's pretty much the same thing that's happening right now. So this was definitely your indication right here with all these candles forming a support to start looking for a buy. Okay, to start looking for a buy. Now, if you are a long-term investor, I would personally like to see the next candle just break out. Like I probably would have gotten in, honestly. On Monday, I would have been looking for my buys. So I do enter on a smaller time frame. However, I'm going to do this on a 1 hour time frame just so that you guys can see like how it is and there's not too much price action and volatility for those that are new. Now, the market likes to fill gaps. So as you can see, there is a gap between these candles. And ideally, what you're looking for is the gap to be respected. If you're part of my beginner course, you know that I am a retest trader, meaning that I am looking for the market to essentially do something like this to this area, and then I'll be looking to take it up. So we will have to go down to a smaller time frame to observe more price action. And what I mean by that is one daily candle consists of, more 1 hour candles. So if there's, 6 to 8 hours in a trading day, I can see more of what's going on in the 1 hour time frame than I would in the daily. So I do like to look at the daily because it gives me a nice, basically summary of what was happening on the smaller time frame. And we already have our indication from the weekly. So the weekly is giving us the last 5 days. Okay, so the last week's activity was this. So we already see, like, we already know what we want to do. All right. We already know this is what we want to do. We want to buy. We just want to look for an entry. So let's go to the 1 hour. Now, I like this a lot here because what happened is the market essentially, as you can see, and I'm going to just adjust this right here. The market has given us a break and a retest of this gap. It gave us the break and the retest. So it is an indication. Now, this happened towards the later part of the day. So you would have had to enter this trade at the later part of the day and been comfortable holding the trade overnight with the confidence that your trade was going to go as planned. Okay. Now there is new market structure here on the 1 hour, but remember, this is for my people that want to hold trades long term. A lot of you that have reached out to me are not trading on professional platforms. You're using Robinhood. And if you don't have $25,000 in your account, you have to be careful with their rules as you're only allotted up to 4 trades per week. Otherwise, your account will get suspended. And I believe you get locked out for 60 days. So swing trades allow you to hold a position and not get dinged by Robinhood. So this is why I'm going over these type of trades. So right here is where you would have wanted to look to enter. Now, me as a price action trader, I would have gone down to a smaller time frame to confirm those candles and just make sure it's giving me what I'm looking for. But right here at the end of the day would be where you would have been looking to get in. Okay, so this is where I would have placed my order to enter my trade right here. And with the hopes that it's at least going to come up to previous market structure, which is right here. As you can see, market structure, market structure. And again, we can continue to draw more lines if we want until we get to our long-term goal, which was around here. So let's see what happens. I have not tested this, so we're going to see what happens. All right, so the market, wait, okay, I paused it. So the market immediately gapped up. It gapped up right away, which we were already anticipating this. So just that move alone, have we held it overnight, that would have made us 105 points, which is really good money. Now, to trade Google, you do need a large account size. But again, you can use this technique for any other tickers that are more affordable. So now let's say you totally missed this move. Well, it's going to be the same concept. You're going to be looking for a retest. So you're either going to be looking for a retest to this level for a continuation up, or for it to push up here, retest, and we can keep taking it until it goes to our level. So let's see what happens. Now I have this on replay mode. I can speed it up a little bit. I don't want to. Okay. Again, a perfect retest right to our level. And this was on the next day. So as you can see, this required you to hold this trade overnight. Again, this is for more of my Robinhood traders. If you would have been comfortable with this move up, you could have taken your profits and you could have re-entered, another trade. However, if you're getting out and getting in the same day, you have to be careful because that counts as 2 trades. So if you were holding it for the week, you again would have been moving sideways for the rest of the day. However, at market open, it gapped open again. Okay, it gapped open again. Now it did retest, but not above this structure. It actually retested above this structure, as you can see. So again, my lines aren't perfect, but you can see where it essentially did that. And that retest happened around 10 o'clock in the morning. So let's see if we're going to get a continuation. So now at this point, if you were holding it since since Monday, you would have been up about 120 points. So let's see. Again, we're getting the retest. The market came all the way back down. So this time, the market actually, let me fix it. It actually respected that level that we had. So I should have not moved it. Shame on me. But it respected our level, came back down, and did a double retest of, let me notate this, of this area right here. It did a double retest. And same thing like I talked about the daily. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember I told you we had a double bottom. Anytime you see a double bottom, what happens? It pushes up. Now you can see that is exactly what's happening. We've already reached our goal pretty much, and we're approaching the area that it last time kind of wicked a little bit. So we are already achieving our goal in a matter of 3 to 4 days. So let's go back. Now, if you would have been holding this trade right here, to the end of the week, you may have probably freaked out because you would have lost quite a bit of your profits. So if you got in around here, you were up 120 points, and then we were moving a little sideways. You lost about 50 points. However, if you had the patience to just trust your analysis, it then went up another 132 points. So if you got in right here at the beginning, you are up 207 points and you did not freak out. Now, for me personally, it reached my goal. I would have essentially like exited at this point. But if you wanted to see if it can go all the way up to 2377, we would either want to look for another retest or for it to just keep pushing up. So again, a retest is when we want it to basically confirm that it's turning a previous ceiling, right? A previous ceiling or previous level that was respected into a floor and give us that push down. So again, I have not tested this. I'm doing this like right on the spot, you guys. I don't know what's going to happen. And we're getting reject. Okay, so right here you can see where we got like a little flag pattern. It did not give us a complete rejection. So pullback, excuse me. It did not pull back all the way down to this line. However, it did move sideways and it gave us the push up and the week is done. So it has not reached the goal up here. However, if you are holding on to this trade, you were up, like you were up 220 points. Personally, once this level would have been touched, I would have exited, especially based off of the wicks and the sideways momentum. I most likely would have exited. So we'll see maybe how next week plays out. If next week it's able to break this level, I want you to go back to your higher time frames and see if you can get a break and retest of this structure up here and find your next levels of market structure to take it to and see if that helps you out. Anyway, I hope this helps you with your swing trades, especially those of you that have reached out to me about trading on Robinhood. This will help you avoid having to deal with the trader violation rules that they have. It does require you to hold on to your trades longer, but as you can see, as long as you understand the direction of the market and you apply what I teach, it will pay off. And have a good day.